As the current Stegall Road Project nears completion, a few more miles of improvements may get a facelift before the contractors leave the job site. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, with completion of the 5-mile, $1.5 million Stegall Road Project completing by the end of this week, Scotts Bluff County commissioners considered what might be able to be done to stabilize more of the roadway before Simon Contractors leaves the site. The board looked for better alternatives to using county crews patching potholes and was offered the idea of Simon using the leveling material called SLX, which was the initial layer on the main project. Commissioner Mark Reichert noted for $139,000, it would improve drivability north to County Road R.
It brings it down to County Road R. You guys been out there, Charlie?
Well, not recently.
I mean, what they did so far looks really good. I mean, really good. But where they ended, the next 2 miles is a tough shape yet. And just doing this would sure straighten that out a bunch.
However, an engineer and bidding would be required if the maintenance project goes over $100,000. The board approved a resolution authorizing the full amount if a way could be found to meet state statutes, but absent that would authorize using Simons to lay down as much SLX as possible for $99,000, plus an $11,000 credit that the county has with the company for helping haul in asphalt. Well, a major announcement during National Travel and Tourism Week as Gering Mayor Tony Kaufman says Dome Rock Diamonds has been selected as the name for the recently completed Quad Field Sports Complex. During Thursday's Salute to Tourism luncheon, Kaufman announced that the name and stated that the complex will play host to 28 teams from the tri-state area during a 2-day tournament that kicks off on May 21st. Keys were handed over to the city last month for the $2 million ADA-compliant facility, which features a new concession stand with a misting system for patrons, a second-story crow's nest, and 4 ball fields. The public was allowed to choose from a final list of 3 names for the complex, including Dome Rock Diamonds, Grand Slam Sports Complex, and Prairie Skies Sport Complex. After all the votes were tabulated after voting closed on May 3rd, Dome Rock's Diamond was the most popular choice among those who cast a ballot. Well, coming up for the break, Bill Boyer's in with your full week forecast. He'll have that right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go. So you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
New looks and new decor can be found at Compliments for You and Your Home. Check out the newest styles from Tribal, Charlie B, Ethel, and more. Compliments also has the shoes, purses, and jewelry for any occasion. Plus, right now, get 20% off all clearance apparel. While here, take a look at our solar lights and felt birdhouses. Finally, visit our newest addition, Katie Chandler and her salon. All this at Compliments for You and Your Home, 1708 Broadway, downtown Scotts Bluff.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Going to look for rain showers across the area this evening, turning into a steady light rain overnight into the morning hours tomorrow. We're going to be getting some much needed moisture here across the area. Unfortunately, it's going to be cold We're going to see rain tonight, more rain tomorrow. Cold temps going to continue through tomorrow, moderating starting Wednesday and through the weekend. But we're going to keep things active around here with some more thunderstorm chances through the weekend. 63 yesterday after a morning low of 31. Those are still well below normal for this time of year. Nothing in the rain gauge yesterday. We've gotten some moisture today, and we'll take some of that deficit away here as we talk tomorrow. 39 in Casper, 35 in Laramie. It's snowing there. Continues to snow in the high country. 43 in Denver, low 40s in our area, 50s, and even a 60-degree reading there in Norfolk. Here closer to home, 57 in Valentine. That's by far the warmest reading. There's 33 on the map right now in Cheyenne, 39 in Kimball. Those cold temps, mostly precip staying in the form of rain, with the exception here of eastern Wyoming. Winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. And unfortunately, we have to talk about wind chills. Look at that Cheyenne wind chill right now, 24 degrees. We have 30s for wind chills. Very raw, chilly day out there across most of the area. And we still do have some weather advisories, winter weather advisory here for far eastern counties, a portion of Laramie County. That includes Pine Bluffs. Winter storm warning for Cheyenne over across the divide towards Laramie. Winter weather advisories surround that. And then we're past the last frost date. So we've got a frost advisory tonight here in eastern portions of Cherry County out into the northern portions of Nebraska. Getting on the bus tomorrow, we're going to see some rain showers here across the region. 39, don't be surprised to see a flake or two of wet snow mixed in as well. 47 on your way home, and cloudy skies continue. Futurecast, we show the rain continuing, the snow here in eastern Wyoming as well. That's where that snow is going to be most prevalent overnight. We have a brief break before more rain showers fill in overnight into early tomorrow. Notice this rain-snow line stays to the southwest of us primarily, but we'll see some flakes of snow mixed in here in the North Platte River Valley as well, as we're going to fall down into the 20s in Cheyenne. Everybody else low to mid and even some upper 30s out there. For tomorrow, here's the rain. It's going to continue to wrap around the area through the morning hours. By mid to late afternoon, it starts to push away and wane, and you're going to see the rain taper off to just a few isolated showers. Clouds are going to hang around, though, through the day tomorrow. It's going to be a cloudy, chilly day. Again, 40s for most of us. There's a 36 in Cheyenne, 52 tomorrow in Ogallala. Valentine was up to 63 degrees. We do have some precip coming. As you can see here, this is a good swath of some moderate rain. We'll put precip totals on here, and remember, they're going to vary from place to place, but we could be looking at a half to 3/4 of an inch of moisture in the southern portions of the Nebraska Panhandle, and that tapers off quickly. You'll notice Valentine over to Mullen and Gordon, very little, if any, precip in those areas. And the snow is going to be confined again to the high country, maybe dusting around the Kimball area. I don't think it's going to be enough to get the ground white. An inch or two in Cheyenne and more right along that summit between the two communities. Showers tonight, snow may mix in as well. We're going to go 37 cool degrees. It's going to be a wet, drippy night tonight and a wet, drippy day tomorrow. Showers continue around the area, 48 for your expected high. And as we look at our 7-day forecast, boy, it quickly rebounds Wednesday back into the low 60s. Thursday and Friday, we're going to be in the mid-70s. And then notice the weekend, low to mid-70s Saturday, Sunday, Monday, with daily chances of scattered thunderstorms here across the region. So getting into a pattern with some instability, bringing us some more chances of getting wet later on into the weekend and into early next week. But certainly milder temps look to be coming.
Why settle for Wi-Fi that just usually works? Why settle for customer service that's subpar? Why settle for service that's outdated? You don't have to. Settle for more with Allo, the faster, more reliable internet experience that's built for the way you use all your devices. For answers, visit us at allofiber.com/switch today. Allo, settle for more.
Many people count on space heaters and electric blankets to help stay warm in the winter. Here are a few safety tips. Space heaters need space all around them. Only buy space heaters that are tested and labeled by a national recognized facility. Before using a space heater or electric blanket, inspect the cord for cracks or warm spots. Finally, turn off electric blankets when not in use. Space heaters and electric blankets can provide needed comfort or can be deadly if not used with care. So use caution this winter season. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Welcome back. A rural Scotts Bluff couple has been charged with 4 felonies each for allegedly exploiting a vulnerable elderly woman by forging names on 2 real estate documents with her name and trying to sell the associated property. Barry and Londa Neal are each charged with 2 counts of abuse of a vulnerable adult, second-degree forgery over $5,000, and attempted theft by taking with value of more than $5,000. Court documents allege that the name and signature of the victim were forged onto a 2021 quitclaim deed with Barry Neal that would transfer their joint interest in a property on Page Drive to Londa Neal. Now, investigators say further digging into the past of the property uncovered a mostly typed 2017 quitclaim deed, transferring the same property to the victim as a single person, but with the defendant's name handwritten onto the document. A related real estate transfer statement named all 3, but again, with the Neals' names handwritten and only with the victim's signature. The Neals made their initial appearance in Scotts Bluff County Court Friday morning. Well, one lucky player who bought a Nebraska Pick 5 ticket for Thursday night's drawing is holding a ticket worth $90,000. The Nebraska Lottery confirmed that one ticket sold at Yesway on East 3rd Street in Alliance and matched all 5 winning numbers for the jackpot. Those numbers from Thursday's Nebraska's Pick 5 drawing were 10, 11, 23, 37, and 38. And Nebraska prosecutors have been successful in getting death sentences for convicted murderers, but as the state adds to its death row population, many who oversee the state's capital punishment largely ignore the fact that Nebraska has no lethal injection drugs and very likely won't get any for years, if ever. Now, while the nation remains divided over capital punishment, Nebraska stands out for its peculiar version of the institution. It's still wedded into the idea of executing prisoners, just not the practical part of doing it. The state is among a handful caught in a law versus reality netherworld as legislatures and activists wrestle over the issue and how it will eventually play out. Well, straight ahead, the latest from the world of sports. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
We have all learned lately that our homes are our sanctuaries. And at Renewal by Andersen, many people invest in our windows to keep out the bitter cold. But they're often thrilled when it's blazing hot outside and their Renewal by Andersen windows are keeping their homes so cool, with much lower utility bills. Renewal by Andersen windows make life at home so much more comfortable, whether it's 10 degrees below zero or 100. We can't control outside, but we sure can inside. Invest in your home now with Renewal by Andersen. You'll be glad you did.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say, often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Taking a look now at the latest from the FNBO TV Sports Desk, as the girls' GNAC tennis tournament was held Friday in McCook, with Gering and Scotts Bluff both sitting in near the top of the team standings. McCook was the team champions with 24 points, but then it was Gering with a second place finish, scoring 16 points, and Scotts Bluff along with Hastings tied for third place with 7 points scored. For Gering, it was their best ever finish at GNAC since joining the conference 4 years ago. Gering was led by three 3-1 showings on the day, with Kristen Whaley at number 1 singles, Paige Schneider and Aspen Johnson at number 1 doubles, and the number 2 doubles team of Kaylee Morris and Maya Swan all finishing in second place. Scotts Bluff got third place individual finishes from Megan Bewley at number 1 singles and Sierra Schwarzkopf at number 2 singles. The state tournament is a couple weeks out, scheduled for May 20th and 21st in Lincoln. And the Western Nebraska Community College softball team had strong pitching from Lexi Butterfield and timely hitting in topping Otero Junior College 5-3 yesterday in the second day of the Region 9 tournament in Trinidad, Colorado. The Cougars will now face McCook Community College in an elimination game today in Almosa, Colorado, after the tournament was moved to Adams State College because of unplayable field conditions. Emma Schweitzer, who was named as an all-region catcher on Sunday, said yesterday was a big win for the team. Well, that is the latest today, right here at the FNBO TV Sports Desk. Your community calendar coming up right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say. Often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
When you call Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, the Alliance Police Department is adding another method to help combat drug abuse and associated crime in the community by becoming the first department in the state to join the nationwide effort PARI. The goal of the Police Assisted Addiction and Recovery Initiative is to provide training, guidance, and support to help law enforcement create pathways to treatment and recovery that are non-punitive. Alliance Police Chief Phil Lukens tells KNB News one of the goals is to hit a root cause of the local drug trade, the demand that draws the supply.
If they are no longer demanding that drug, there's no longer going to be the supply coming into the city of Alliance to provide that drug to them. And that's what we want to do. We're not looking out to put everybody in jail. Our goal is to make our community healthier and safer, and we want to do that by providing resources to people to help them overcome chemical addiction.
Lucan says amnesty would be granted to those who bring in their drugs, and they would be provided with resources to support them in their efforts to end their addiction. He says the program does not mean law enforcement will stop going after criminals who supply drugs, but it will give addicts a chance to change their lives, as well as help reduce the burden on the criminal justice system. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. See you here next time.